Okay. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. I'm going to put broccoli starts that I started inside the house. I am going to try putting a few of them in the ground. They're getting too gangly. They're getting tall and falling over, so I want to start putting them in the ground. But since it's going to still be cold at night, I have some cloches made up, which are, or some people call them hot caps. They're just jugs with the bottom cut out. And I also am investigating growing some of the plants under the weed cloth because we have a lot of problems with the wiregrass, and also this is an awful lot of work, and the less weeding I have to do, the better. That's what my husband says.
Yep.
So
Sunday, March 17th. It's beautiful out today, right? It's garden for two. How many are you putting in the ground?
I had planted 2 seeds per container, so I'm just going to put them in 2 by 2. I'm only going to use 5 of the holes.
Right, but you're growing enough for the 2 of us. That's garden for 2. So about how many total, like, we're going to plant?
Broccoli, 3, 6, 9, 12. Broccoli is going to be 15 plants, and the cauliflower on the other side is going to be 12.
12 plants. Okay, so that's for 2 of us. Now we can get another fall crop in if we need to. So what we did here, because we had all that flooding, if you go back and look at our previous videos, Teresa put an extra board to raise, where is it? That board there is new. And then we just brought in a whole bunch more soil to fill the beds back up. And we're investing this year in the weed guard fabric. So like we said, Teresa said, we're going to try and cut down some of the work effort for her. Retired people work, you know. So what we did was she actually had a little fun, and she burnt holes with her torch. There's a ground torch. So she burnt the circular holes with the ground torch.
Right, and that melts the edges so that it can't fray, because this kind of stuff is very prone to just unraveling and falling apart.
Yeah, and then the other thing is we've got a lot of slugs. So the cloth didn't come over the sides. We have it just tucked inside the bed now, but we're not sure if we can come over the sides and just staple it onto the sides, if that'll help reduce the slug problem, because we have quite a bit of problem, and it's early spring now, so we're going to go after the slugs couple different ways, right, hon?
Yes.
You're going to put in beer traps, and what else?
I have slug bait, which they find it tasty, but it kills them.
Kills them. And then we're going to put a couple pieces of cardboard down, damp cardboard, and let them get under the cardboard, and then just manually come out and kill them. So what are you doing here? What do you got in these little...
I started to say I'm putting in 2 at a time, and what I'll do is, sometimes anyway, when you plant 2 seeds, just for security's sake, in case one doesn't come up, you just take scissors and you snip off the one that's not doing well.
Yeah.
Or you pick the best one. So that's why I'm leaving the 2 together.
So I'm hungry. Are any of them done yet?
No, you just had broccoli last night.
Okay.
So yeah, you could see, like, yeah. There.
So what kind of container is that there you got right there in your hand? What is that?
Oh, this is a half a gallon of half and half. I saved them all year. And I have holes drilled in the bottom for drainage. And I started them in a mixture of an inexpensive potting soil, like half soil and half vermiculite.
Mm-hmm. And we started those inside.
Yeah.
So you got to recycle all this stuff like that because your husband's too cheap to get you like some pots?
No, I like using the things that I have. I've got sour cream containers. Yeah. I've got all kinds of containers that I find useful. That's
one thing Teresa and I are both about the same wavelength on. Yeah. We recycle and reuse everything that we possibly can. All right, so I'm distracting you here too much. So we're using the cloth on the beds. Here, I'll swing around here. So that's the other one. You can see we raised that one up. Since you were here last time, I put more dirt, topsoil in that one. And that one got topsoil. That one got topsoil and broad forked. That one got raised up with topsoil. This garden for two. You need like 5 kids to help you. This one still has ground cover growing underneath, so the winter cover. So I haven't done anything yet.
Slug traps too.
And this is the asparagus where I think they all got water mold, so they're dead. Oh, she's just checking one of the slug traps. What you got in that
Now,
one?
normally you would have to.
Oh, you got beer?
Yeah, I've got beer in the slug trap. Now this was covered against rain, and it didn't rain anyway. But there's some floating on the top. I mean, it's full.
Oh, it's full?
All slugs in the bottom. Yeah.
Awesome. Keep going. Kill them all. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do they taste? Yuck.
I don't like snails, so I don't think I would like slugs.
Escargots. So we filled this one. Well, we didn't do that one yet. And then
Getting carrots.
we have one asparagus. We saw one blade of asparagus coming up out of there. So we haven't 100% written off that we're not going to get asparagus. But if you go back and look at how we got flooded, it was pretty bad. So along here for the irrigation, as you can see now, we'll go to the edge. Teresa and I worked together and we dug another ditch. It goes all the way down there. And then we put the ground weed block, trying to stop the wiregrass from coming in and just cutting the work down ourselves a little bit. But we only had that 1 foot wide piece. I think we should do a 3 foot wide piece, but we'll see. That may get changed. Let me go over and show you some of the orchard. I'm going to press pause and then join me in the orchard. So I'm over in the orchard area, and you can see we're digging a ditch and putting the weed block on the perimeter, and the rabbit fencing went up. And on the inside here, we're putting some of the weed block down on top of the wood chips, because this is where my buckets and grow bags are going to go, and it's going to come out to here, and I will have potatoes and more cauliflower. So today I turned all of that dirt over for her, and then all down there I skipped over the onion patch. But I wanted to show you just to document these videos are for us to document what's going on. So here we are. Pretty color are coming out. That's a peach tree. But the bigger peach tree is over here. So cross our fingers. There's some leaves coming out. All right, and so more grow bags are going to go here, and we're going to try and hook up. The water supply comes right there on that post, and we're going to try and put in some drip irrigation on top of the grow bag so we don't have to water them all the time. Some of the strawberries, we really haven't done anything to the strawberries yet, but some of them are flowering already. So what we're going to do is go in between all the strawberries again and fertilize, and then put some slug bait or something down. I can see Teresa's already started with the cups, so she's after them. We're trying to get them in the spring. You're trying to get them under control now, because it'll be much harder later. And I got her 4 or 5 bags of straw from the horse farm the other day. But anyhow, the trees are coming along. Oh, and I turned that soil for her too. She has me turning the soil. I mean, a lot of people don't want you disturbing the soil that much, but she has me doing it because we put new layers on the top, and we had so much clay here. We're still, loosening it up, and I think she's putting potatoes in this time in those areas. So, and when you're doing all this farming stuff, it's always something. Here's my brother's truck. It was so wet, it sunk a foot in the mud. Now I gotta dig it out. It's down a foot. It's just like quicksand. Just drove on it, sunk. Now I gotta jack it up. All right, so it's Charlie and Teresa from Delaware, Garden for Two in mid-March and Zone 7A. So we're planting The potato starts are in the house. We're just about ready to put those in too. All right, till next time.